What's up? What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for FanSwap. We got a full stage. I got my girl Kendra over here to the right. I got the beautiful Henny B over there. We got two dope rappers right now. BS Banco to my left. Lee over here. I got the best co-host, Bianca Giant. And last but not least, my man Frank the host. Show some love. Oh, and it's your boy 9P right here. I forgot.
9P. That's what's up, yo. I'm Frank the host. Like I said, this is FanSwap, and this is Team FanSwap, and we have two amazing artists with us today. Today we have some amazing topics we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about a few things that you guys should definitely tune into. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Let's talk to the two artists really quick. First and foremost, we thank you guys for coming out today.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Appreciate Lee over here. Shout out some love for Lee one more time, please. Yeah, Banco over here. What's good? Most good. I'm excited. I've done an interview with you recently, and we had some live stuff coming out. But you got something coming out very soon. Let's talk about that right now. Hand the mic real quick. All right.
Yeah.
Yo. Again, you got something coming out very soon.
Yes.
And talk about what you got going on. Can we get some exclusive information for you right from the jump?
I got you.
All right.
So I got a whole situation coming out like September 22nd, October 22nd, November 22nd, December 22nd. I'll be dropping the tape each one of those dates. I'm doing 18 videos. So basically the first
18, he's working.
So September 22nd, the first video will drop, and I will drop a video every week all the way until January 1st. So 18 weeks, 18 videos.
Let's get it. Yo, come on, show us a love on that right there. Oh, he's working over here. All right, BS Banco, what you got going on right now?
So recently I actually just dropped a video for one of my singles, Movie Clip, and it was a double video for another single, Guapo, that just dropped on Apple Music. I have about 6 songs that I just dropped now on Apple Music, and I have a project coming out in November, so I'm real excited about that. New mixtape, I'm not even going to release the name to y'all yet.
You on FanSwap. Come on, you on FanSwap. Give me the exclusive. Give us an exclusive.
It's called Glock Vember.
Yeah.
It's called Glock Vember.
Glock Vember. All right.
So y'all go, make sure y'all check that out in November. It's coming up real soon. Got a lot of projects coming for y'all, a lot of videos coming for y'all over the wintertime. Finna heat the wintertime up.
Alright, so on FanSwap, what we like to do is actually include you guys in our conversation. One of the things that's going on right now, we know coming up in November, we have election season coming up.
Are you voting, Frank?
I'm voting. Are you voting?
I'm gonna vote twice like Trump says, so what's up?
Okay.
Nah, I'm not voting twice, but I'm definitely gonna either mail it in or I'm gonna show up because I'm not with the moves.
Let's talk about for the culture right now, because we're for the culture of the community. Let's talk about the importance of this election right here. I'm gonna tell you right now, I definitely do not want to see. I don't want to see Trump back in office. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Trump back in office, and I think that as a culture, one of the things they say is that the culture, we don't show up when it comes to election season. And this year, if nothing else, we need everybody to show up to this election booth.
That is true.
And make sure that we're showing up. And I got a lot to say about that. But what do you guys think on that?
I mean, you gotta show up. I almost didn't vote last time because I didn't like the two candidates. So I
don't like the two candidates this time.
I don't either. But it's almost like you always gotta pick the lesser of two evils when it comes to like the election. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody say that.
You kind of got to. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the situation. Now at this point, you have Trump, who is at least blatantly honest at the fact that he's racist, he don't like us, he gonna fuck our country up. He tells us that. Then you got Joe Biden, who's like, yeah, for black people, vote for me. You're not black if you don't vote for me. And then at the end of the day, this fool hangs out and has a reputable reputation for being with the KKK members, for doing things and to minorities and black people that are just not what he's running for at the moment. Then you got dumbass Kanye, who is mentally incapable of even taking care of himself. So how the fuck you gonna give him a country with 1,000 people? Now here's the thing, you have, like she said, you're right, you have the House, the Senate, the state. You gotta go through all those people, but you put a man that's mentally incapable of thinking for himself around a room of people who are going to persuade him to do things that are probably not good for his community. At the end of the day, you got 3 stupid motherfuckers in office. No matter which one you pick, you fucked. You got dumbass Trump that's gonna tell you fucked, and most of the time the Senate not really gonna agree with him because they really don't like the nigga like that, like how we don't like him too. So they really don't like the motherfucker too because he's blatantly just like, they be like, why is this man on Twitter doing this stupid shit? If you gonna not like him, at least not like him in quiet, motherfucker. He not doing that. Then you got Joe Biden, who's just like, he just don't care. So I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, no matter who you choose, it's your child's future that you got at stake. You got these men who are sex trafficking kids who have been put on. Jeffrey Epstein's list has been released. Ghislaine Maxwell's list has been released. With a lot of motherfuckers that are on there that are athletes, singers, entrepreneurs, and people that you see in your everyday life who own these companies, and these are people that hold your children's future. So I'm just saying, and it's gonna be a real tough time, I feel, for black people and for minorities, for black people and for Spanish people mainly. It's gonna be a real tough time for all of us. So, I mean.
Nah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know how many people know, like, the laws that most of these people, like, represent or what they stand behind, but, like, as far as Trump, you know, like, of course everybody's against Trump, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing real positive coming from that. But for the most part, like she said, like, Trump is very aware of who he is. He'll let us be aware of who he is. He's very upfront. You can disagree with how he acts, but his actions is real. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm getting the raw deal with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also along with that, you got like you said, the House got a vote and everything. We actually get a lot of what we need because of Trump. Like, not because of what he's doing, but because he's going against what we need, or he's putting here and there's with it, and it's kind of giving us the opportunity to proceed on certain things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's anything of a type of good president. I'm not even saying I vote for him. I never vote for him. But along with, like she said, Biden, like, this man is anti-everything. Like, you would think, okay, he's for the black people, but that is just to get the numbers in. Like, he doesn't represent anything we represent. He's not Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, he may have been with Obama, but he is not Obama, bro. Not even to say Obama was somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's a whole other discussion. But Biden, like, he's not for, like, a lot of structure that we have built, a lot of structure that we are looking to build will be taken away from us quickly. Very, very quickly. And, like, I mean, I'm not going to take up too much time about it, but, like, I'm a person that's big on the whole representing the marijuana community and getting that tax money. Now, I'm not even talking about just the smoke, like, I smoke or whatever, but I'm talking about that money that will be generated through these cities and states that have no income, have no manufacturing, have no jobs for people. This will create a great opportunity for America, money-wise. Cali, Colorado, Washington are striving, and we are on the East Coast looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because we are Commonwealth, or we have this and we have that, and we can find a way, or whatever president, which is sad to say, it's really looking like it's going to be Trump. You know what I'm saying? But if we find somebody to represent us in the best way possible, you know what I'm saying? That's what we should look for. It shouldn't really be a black or white thing. It should be whoever is going to represent us as a people or our beliefs. You know what I'm saying?
Cindy B,
I don't know if I can follow all that good old political talk you were just saying, but I will say this. You know, somebody said to be black in America and to be like woke, basically, is to like be angry a little bit, because a lot of the times we are affected by things at such a deep level. Like when you talk about bills and stuff and laws and stuff that's getting passed, we see like the end of it, but a lot of us don't really dig in deep to see what the details of those bills and those laws are. So, as far as voting, of course, it's so important to vote. We definitely want to get out there and vote, but I feel like the Democratic Party, a lot of times we are at a disadvantage because our vote is always split. And I feel like that's where we come up short a lot of the times. And as far as the culture, you're right, because, I mean, a lot of, if Kanye was on that ballot, a lot of black folks would go up there and be like, I'm voting for Kanye. Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it. But I'm just saying, not for real, but I'm just saying, so we always have a split vote, and we do have to do better and come together and figure it out, because voting is the way we have to vote, so.
As somebody who comes from a majority Republican background, I can tell you I do not agree with Trump. I do not understand why people continue to follow him. It's divisive what he does, and it's insane to me how people can't wake up to what he does and how corrupt he really is. I think politics in general need a complete overhaul. I think it's all about the money. I think it's all about the paychecks.
Right.
I don't think it's about the people, and I don't think it's been about the people for a long time. I'm gonna go vote for Biden because I don't want Trump in office. But yeah, politics in general is just corrupt to no end, and it's not about what's best for people, for sure, on both sides. Both sides need to be together.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's like one party for real, and it's just about where we're gonna guide the country the next 4 years. But I don't want us to discourage people to not vote, though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, we still have to vote. I hate the whole political system. I went to school, studied foreign policy, public administration. Like, I'm not in it right now because of how disgusting it is. But we have a responsibility, right? Like, a lot of us didn't vote last time, and a lot of us is crying about everything. Every time Trump do something, y'all mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, you got to figure out where you putting your energy into. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm gonna have to press the button and vote for somebody I might not like, but still, if it's gonna be more in line with what I believe and what's best for my people or my kids, I'm gonna have to do it.
What's up? One of the things that I would say this, learning through all this stuff that's been happening, I found out that the local election is very, very important. And so it's a couple of things that we have to do. First of all, right now, Manassas, shouts out to Michelle Davis Younger. She's going to be the first black person running for mayor in the city of Manassas. And so I'm going to encourage everybody to go out there in Manassas to go vote for her. We need to put people in place that are about the people. So I know she's black and all, but I want people to be, they're going to be in a position they're going to do stuff for the people. But I think that we should do, this is a question I've been really thinking about. I want to talk to people and people who are in these city offices or these county offices or whatever. I want to know what's your plan. What's your plan for the people here? Like the black culture, the black community, you know what I'm saying? The Hispanic community. What's your plan for us? I know we got the census. I can go on a rant on this right here, but I'm gonna say this. We got the census coming up, and they tell you go out there and do that. But at the end of the day, you know where we at. You know where our schools are, and if you're in office, I think the expectation is for you to go in there and draw up a plan that's going to benefit everybody in our culture and our community. And if you're not, here's the thing that I found out, is that we the people that are living in these cities and these counties, we have the power to get those people out of position.
We have to demand that.
And we have to. Yes. So, and it's like 200 or 300 votes. You get 200 or 300 votes, you can get out of here. And we got the power for that, but we don't know that. And so, here's the thing. If things aren't going well in your community, be present. Go find out how you can make an impact in your community. Don't sit back in the back. It's time out for complaining, Stop complaining if you're not willing to go out there and do something about it. even if you cannot vote, hey, you know, I got this, that, and that, third on my record and stuff. Yo, what you can do is tell your homeboy, come down here, I'll give you a ride down here, get yourself registered, and make this thing happen. Be present in these meetings. They're talking about money. I went to the city hall, and they're talking about the money that's going on, that they're going to spend. And like some of the stuff, I'm like, what does that have to do with anybody here? Like, we're going to pay for somebody to come here and walk around here in kilts? What does that have to do with anything about us? That's legit. That was just something that was on the budget. $30,000 to have these people walk around here in kilts. For what? This doesn't represent nobody. How many people you guys are from Manassas? How many kilts you seen walking around here?
Not one.
My point exactly. So we have to get in those positions in our city, and some of us are eligible to run for office in our city. If you're 18 years old, without a record, you can run for office. You know, in your local office. I'm just letting you know that you can. Not everybody does. I do know one person who did, and he won in Virginia Beach. And I think the guy over in Manassas Park, I think he's early 20s, and he won for office, and he got in as well. But we have the right to do that. So, next thing is we're gonna talk about the state of the culture, because we're talking about the culture. What do you guys feel like the state of the culture is right now?
Talking about hip hop culture.
Hip hop culture, the culture, all in general. What do you feel? Go ahead.
Our culture, the culture that we have right now is corrupted, like, unfortunately. But we live off of a culture. I mean, I'm from, you know, I'm an 80s baby. You know, I'm saying 86. So I saw the transformation of music, fashion, black people as a person, white people as a person, all the situations. Watching the Hispanic people come around more and more, having them more in our culture. You know what I'm saying? To see all that and to be a hip hop artist and be what they consider the black culture, you know what I'm saying? It's wild to see the drug intake on our culture, how it's really possessing us. All the hip hop artists I know, 25 and under, I would say 85% of them, I got no hope, no belief, no respect, none of that. And I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I'm somebody to give respect, or you got to earn my. I'm not that type of person, but to be around are people who want to make it in the same business that I'm working in. I know what dedication I put in. You know what I'm saying? I know what time I put in. I know how much money I put in. I know how much I invest in myself, my life, my movement. These people people think rapping is spending a couple of dollars to get in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Pour up the lean, smoke the weed, pop the pill, whatever. I just think that's so far off, and then they're trying to make that and create that into the culture, and we have to somehow, some way, bring back the honesty of the music and the honesty of the person that's doing the music, because if we don't, we're gonna be in the middle of a fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see people not make it, and we're gonna watch the whole creation of our art and what we believe musically. You know what I'm saying? Disappear as a whole, and there'll be nothing we can do about it, and it'll be in the hands of the money makers, and we'll be a bunch of puppets more than we already are. You know.
Jeez.
So my take on it is, I really agree with you on that part of it. I honestly feel like that the scene now is just filled with a lot of riff-raff. It's filled with a lot of rappers who I guess, and I'm not even gonna say it's really their fault. It's more so them. They get signed to these labels. And this is what these labels want. This is what they want them to project to the community. So in order to fulfill their deal, and these men and women are stuck in, some of them are stuck in deals. They're not independent artists, not all of them. So some of them stuck in deals, and they gotta give these people what they want, or they're gonna get sued. They're gonna owe them back money, and you got artists that are young, they're 23, 24, taking $1 million from these labels, and then these labels okay, well, make music about drugs. They're but I made a music kind of about my life. They I don't want to hear that. Nah, put that hood music out. Put that stuff out you wanted to put out. So it's you see that, and then I also think you got artists like me. You got people that more so. I started rapping because I started putting my pain into the music, and it just so happened that my pain was me being in the hood, me living the struggle, doing some of the things that I had to do, and that was what I put into my music, and not necessarily to be a role model to other people or to put that type of, because I look at my music now sometimes and I'm Dad, this is what I put into the black community, but this is what I live. I can't help what I live. Like, I'm not gonna like lie, or like I'm gonna try to like, you know, switch up my vibe and talk about other stuff. But some of my music, most of my music gonna be gangbanging music because that's what it is. Like at the end of the day, like some of us is living like that, and everybody not living like that though. And but you see rappers, you see like Dirt is like he the voice for the streets at this point. You see rappers like King Von, rapping about, you know, murdering people because that's what he does. This man plays out his murders in his rap. Why? Because that's what he does in his everyday life. He don't know what else to talk about. Then you got rappers that people like are getting old. You got rappers like T.I. who now, and Wayne, who only rap about, you know, being rich and fucking bitches and, you know, having all this ice. And people don't want to hear that no more because they like, nah, like they getting old. Now they old rappers. And then you got conscious rappers like Logic and damn, what is, oh my God, what is his name? Joyner Lucas. You got conscious rappers like that who really do put good content into the community. They time, they energy, they put their soul into their music, bro, and they don't get enough credit. It's Logic just got on an interview talking about how Joe Budden was discrediting him and how he felt bad about that because it's like he don't work this way up in this community. He don't get enough recognition. Joyner Lucas as well. Joyner Lucas is a storyteller. That man is amazing with his shit. He is amazing with his shit, and he does not get the same credit. He did a record with M, and that shit didn't even go nowhere. Why? Because people thought Eminem was old. But Eminem went on a track and killed Machine Gun Kelly. You got rappers like Machine Gun Kelly. Like, come on now. Like, that's what I'm saying. You got these rappers that ain't never really lived or never really been through nothing. They just getting these ghostwriters to write them these things, or they've been around certain things. Now that they rapping, you know, they got money. They been around these drugs. Why? Because they buying it. They been around these hood rappers. Why? Because you got money now, and some of these hood rappers got money now. They not trappers no more. They rappers now. So now you hanging out with these trappers that's turned rappers, but really these niggas are killers. And you not like that, but you just writing what you see. Like it's a real big circle of just BS that comes out. And it's like, even back in the old days too, you see it a lot, how a lot of these artists, these older artists in the 90s and in the 80s complain about how their contracts was messed up, and even the people that was supposed to be helping them, black people, that was supposed to be helping them put this content out, was manipulating the content that was being put out. You got rappers like Ice Cube, NWA. They was putting out stuff because shit was going out in Compton, but that shit was still violent. That shit was still promoting killing towards black people. I'm just saying, like, the whole culture is fucked up as a whole if you're looking at hip-hop as a culture, but people don't, you got young kids that's now being influenced by this, and then you got older people that really don't even want to hear the shit no more. So you got these young kids and this generation that's coming up hyping this bullshit up. So that's what they're going to listen to. And they don't want to hear the conscious rappers. They don't want to hear about being woke. They don't want to hear about, you know, changing yourself, going through certain things, and you don't always have to be like that, though. But they don't want to hear that.
True. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I would say, I think that speaks to the mainstream. Because now we in 2020. So, like, I don't ever listen to my radio. You know what I'm saying? But I have Spotify. Y'all have Tidal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have these things where, like, the streaming platforms control what? I play what I want to play. I don't play what everybody telling me to play.
Facts.
You know
I was just going to say that what you said.
You have control over what you listen to, whether it's SoundCloud, you know what I'm saying, whether it's Spotify, whether it's whatever, like, you have that power now. I mean, the programming is just like television. Radio is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Radio, they're going to program you for whatever they're trying to drive your culture to. But hip-hop culture to me now is broad. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're at a place where you have more choices. Just like you have a lot of underground artists, you got independent artists, you have other artists to where, like, I don't know, when I listen to a last Wayne album, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so many new artists I'm finding.
Sure.
And we listen to people like y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's local.
To speak on what you're saying, like, me and you, I understand 100% what you're talking. But we, like I said, we deal with the people that are listening and creating music now do not have their own brains. They don't have their own spine. They don't have their own, they ain't even stand on.
They build different.
We are dealing with a bunch of recreated images of what is being put through the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like I said, all this mumble rap, you know what I'm saying? How that all went about and how that's all coming about. Look, perfect example. I'll keep it real short and sweet. I record with a lot of artists. I do a lot of features. I work with a lot of young artists. A lot of artists I get in the booth with don't have phone nor paper in their hand, or I freestyle, or I do off the head. And I'm looking at them like, how are you creating any content that's worth a damn? Like, how are you even remembering your raps? You don't, because if you watch these guys perform, they're sitting there looking at the crowd dancing. Oh, that's why I'll dance. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I'm not a dancer. I'm a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? I write everything. I don't care about if it's as simple as ABC. I'm writing it down. Like I believe in like if you don't write it down, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So these kids over here giving me 16s, taking 32 days to do their bars, and they're not even saying anything of no content. So when you say you have the option of Tidal and Spotify and all, you do have the option. But they're going to choose the drug rapping artist every time.
Exactly. And
Party music. That's all they want. Party music, man. They don't got
constantly
content.
floods your stream. Like what else is it? Like even exactly when you turn your radio on, bro. Like you can put on. I can put on 93.9 driving home, and that shit gives me a headache. It's like it's just 24/7. It's like what is this? Like all right, some of the music is okay, but it's like what is this? Like, and you right, you got people that come in the studio and they try to do that mumble rapping and they try to like I'm gonna tell you why I don't really freestyle like that no more. I don't freestyle like that no more because some of these artists I had to dumb my shit down for. When I first started out rapping, I was very fluent with my writing and my freestyle and I was very on it. And it was like I was doing songs with people and I was listening back to the shit and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm too much on it and like, but they don't make sense, so maybe I gotta make it sound a little bit dumber. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a performance in Philly that I did, and I did a freestyle that was, I think it was like a 24-bar freestyle, something like that. Bruh, the shit went off, and I swear to God, it was so intricate that motherfuckers was like, everybody was like, okay, like I can hear it, but it's too intricate. And I was like, I gotta dumb my shit down for these stupid motherfuckers. Now I gotta like. I was like, man, I can't do it. And that shit was the most ignorant shit in my life. I sat there with that promoter and I was so mad. I was like, bruh, they can't even hear what I'm saying. 1, 2, the shit too intricate for them because they can't fucking understand because they too fucking retarded. Like, you got a bunch of niggas that want to hear me say, pop pills, kill niggas, drug dealers. I'm not doing all that shit. Some of my shit is actually real shit, real rap. So if you're not a person that can understand that, you're not going to get it sometimes. And for a lot of this shit, like for 2020 and 2019, I really did have to dumb down some of my shit, and it made me kind of like not like my craft, because I was like, man, you ain't gonna get noticed unless you putting out some stupid shit.
Nah, this is what I'm saying. So like the state of the culture, okay, it's a couple things. One, back in the day when we were coming up, we used to have freestyle battles in the cafeteria every Friday, right?
Grinding beat.
I was beatboxing, and everybody else was rapping. Me and this other dude Drake around here. We used to beatbox and people would just jump on. We were trying to kill they were trying to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like battle rap, by the way. But yo, like that's the sport in hip hop is like dead now. Like we friendly. Nah, bro. If you on the same track, if you on this track and I'm on this track, we friends and all. But when I'm on this track, I'm about to kill you on this track. Bring that back,
bro.
Bring that back. I ain't dumbing it down. You gonna feel stupid after this one right here.
I guess I'm just curious because, like, is the state of the culture really more so that it's not as competitive anymore? My bad. Is it not as competitive as it used to be, which makes it less interesting because the content is not what we want to hear or what people are actually, like, the people that actually have something to say aren't being heard, right? But the people that are out here, I mean, I guess it's the younger generation, it's the youth that's kind of like been poisoned or, you know, in some way influenced by the mainstream shit. And, you know, their stuff is being pushed more. And so it seems like the divide there, I mean, obviously it's strategic. Obviously there's something there where it's like, oh, we only gonna push this type of message, you know, this type of image. And so the divide now, like for me, I feel like it's really interesting because where you see the youth is being sucked into whatever is being pushed on pop, like radio, stuff like that. You've got underground artists who's been working on their craft night and day, out here trying to build their brand, trying to like, you know, they're trying to be an independent artist, like you know, but there's I'm not seeing the culture actually support that.
is what it comes down to for me. I'm not seeing the culture really, and I think that's why we're here right now. We're trying to build some kind of community where we can put on people that are out here trying to do the night and day thing, trying to build the brand. But I think that's the interesting part is for me is that there doesn't seem to be a collective like push for the independent artists. And I think we need to. As we grow consciously, like we need to be mindful of like those. How do you get it? How do you push the independent artists and support that person and what they do? Go ahead. Yeah, you start.
I miss when there would be like two rappers on a song, like the rapper and a feature, and the feature would take out what the rapper was doing. Like I miss the competitiveness in that. And I know that we're never gonna get that back, but I had an artist actually tell me that he had to come back on what he was gonna say on a feature because he didn't want to have to, outshine the other artist that he was on the track with. And I told him, I was like, but bro, if you gonna outshine, then just outshine. Like the artist even told him, like, bro, like I know you good, but just bring it back just a little bit. There have been many features that have outshined the artists that put out the track, and that's what made the song. So would you rather go and make your song go viral or make your song #1 on the charts because you let your feature outshine you, or are you gonna just be like, don't say nothing too much and just hold it?
Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I mean, for me personally, I've had to dumb my stuff down a lot. I was a bar rapper, I was a bar rapper or whatever, and like I was real strategic how I used to do bars, features. I'll buy you whoever. If I'm going on your song, I'm gonna try to embarrass you. And that's just how I carry it. That's how I'm always gonna carry it. I don't have no courtesy call, nothing like that. But I have bodied people. I'm not gonna say niggas. I bodied people on their own songs, and it never sees the light of day.
Because you was better than them.
I bodied multiple.
Exactly.
I bodied people in Manassas on their songs. Multiple rappers in Manassas. I bodied them on their songs, and they will not put it out or don't believe in their content or whatever. But I'm gonna say, but I
don't. If I bodied you on it, just put it out so we can both get this money.
They don't want that stuff.
Look, I don't want you to feature on my record if you're not gonna kill it though.
Right.
Like why do I feature if you're not gonna body?
Right. I mean, a lot of people don't want that.
Another verse on that junk.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what we used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays it's like I said, I love rapping with mumble rappers because I can do that with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? I love that. But when I get on these young rappers, they do their little thing, they do their little set, they do the little 16, and then when I start rapping, you can see it. I can see it in their face when I'm doing my bars. Oh, this ain't never coming out, bro.
Yeah,
I know this ain't coming out.
Listen, this is how we gonna do it. I'm calling all rappers out, especially in the DMV. If I hear that you dumb down your music from here on out, I'm gonna call you out. Drop the names. Yeah. Nah, don't dumb it down. Don't dumb it down at all. Don't even start with the dub. Kill him. Yo. If you invite me into your session and my verse is better than yours, start the writing again. Legit. I ain't even a rapper. You better be glad God
made me a rapper, just put the song out.
I'll tell you right now,
It's either that or just put the song out.
And I don't even care.
No, sir. I'm saying, if I got a song and I invite you into my presence, you're not about to come in there and body my stuff. You body your own stuff.
But you gotta feature from me because I'm nice. Like you asked me to go this over and you want something.
That's the point.
Okay, but y'all can't sit here and be like, they didn't show my stuff. You know why they didn't show your stuff?
I mean, yeah, but
Because you went on that man's song.
between me, them, and the Lord, you know what I'm saying? I mean, me personally, like I said, if I walk in the studio, especially if you think you're nice and you got all your boys there and your girl there and everybody, you bought your girl's dog and y'all sitting there smoking, I'm going to try to embarrass you. I don't care what your clout is. I don't care who your fan base is. I don't care about none of that. I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to put my back into it to embarrass you on the bars.
But all I'm saying is, do you want to stay in Manassas or do you want a penthouse in Los Angeles?
Oh, they love Old Town.
Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. It's either we're going viral or landing on the charts, or we're going to stay in your mama's basement. And that's it. If I bodied my 16 on your song, put it out. Don't have no ill will or anything towards me, because at the end of the day, we both are going to eat. It's your song, I'm featured, we both get paid off of it. That's what artists have to think about, and they get jealous so quickly, and they allow their ego and everything else, you know, their clothes and their fashion and their grills and their chains to get to their head and the money. No, but then you have to remember that we're both eating off this song.
For sure, what you're saying makes sense. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you go in somebody's studio on somebody's song and you tearing that thing up and they just slide it up under the carpet. Like, I get what you're saying.
This is true. This is
I get it.
this is state.
If you don't cut up like that,
It has to be.
stuff.
But a lot of times what's happened is there is a competitive thing going on, but a lot of times what's happened is in this culture now is that we want to be friendly and we lost that competitive edge where it's like, yo, it used to be back in the day, if you were put last on the track, that means that you were the best, you had the best verse. You didn't want to be first. Like, what? Wait.
First meant that you need to work on
Verse
yourself
ain't
a little
good?
bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
that's
it's not.
disrespectful. So, like, you know, I think we need to get back to that. Now, I want to say this because a lot of times when it comes to the culture, we talk about state of the culture, especially hip-hop culture, we automatically say that people don't have their stuff together. I beg to differ because we do have a lot of young entrepreneurs in our culture. We have a lot of people who are business savvy in our culture. And I understand, I'm not a big fan of the mumble rap and stuff like that. What I found out, hold on guys. Hey, guys in the back, we recording live, okay? I can't, we trying to like pitch this stuff out
If
here,
you're
right?
with me,
What's
yo,
up?
I better not hear you, yo.
What's up,
That
man?
ass.
So here's the deal. Like when it comes down to it, the culture, they might be mumble rapping, but that's what people like. So in business, if the people are telling you what they like, what do? You give them what they like. So I might not like it, and I might say that they might not be like my cup of tea or whatever, right? But you gotta understand when we talk about business, business is business. Period. I'm just gonna put that out there, but I will say I've met in this last when people were talking about the culture, all the cultures, this and the third. I met the most young entrepreneur at 8 years old. I met an 8-year-old the other day that has a cinnamon roll company, and he just started it like 2 weeks ago, and has put out more like 60 orders, and it's $12 a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean young rappers that know their business. You know, 12 years old. And then have clothing lines. Another girl walked up to me. She's 8 years old, 9 years old, with a lemonade company, and it's about to be in Walmart. Come on. So the state of the culture, although hip hop is one part of it, our culture we're sitting in Girani Coffee House, black owned. You know what I'm saying? We have some other people back there are business owners. I'm a business owner. Some of us right here, we're business owners. And so with that being said, the state of the culture is not as bad. What we do is we say that the culture is bad, and everyone else say you're right, the culture is bad. No. We write the narrative, and I'm telling y'all right now that the culture is not as bad as we have some very intelligent, as a matter of fact. 90% of the things that we use today made by the black culture. We would say black people don't have, but I'm like, we gotta look at that again. Because if 90% of the things that we use in America are made by black people, yeah,
that's true, but they're selling it off to the higher dollar. I mean, either way, at the end of the day, you sold it, they took it. If you didn't do your paperwork right, or have your patent right, or have whatever your situation is right, they ain't got nothing to do. That's your ignorance towards your situation.
And so as a culture, I think that we have to go back to our responsibility as taking responsible. We got to be responsible for our brothers and our sisters. And so if you don't have your stuff straight, we had a good conversation, and you know your business. The best thing is that I see young rappers around him. I know for sure that you're gonna make sure those young rappers are taken care of.
Oh yeah, no, leave no one behind, yo, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. We have Los on the show. He's not here today with us, but we have Los on the show. We're not letting Los fail. So we're responsible for the culture at hand and our community at hand, and we can't let everybody else tell us what the culture is. we make and we create for the culture.
No, each one teach one.
So exactly. So for here on out, I'm just gonna charge everybody. Do me a favor. Like let's be the culture that we want to see. You feel me? Like
You have to charge everybody.
we got
You
to.
have to.
Everybody. We see young homies out there. I saw young homies out there. And they wilding out. I'm rolling up on them. I'm trying to see what is going on. I'm making sure they're in school because that's my responsibility to the culture. Like we have to take responsibility, and I'm tired of. Go ahead, my bad. Come on and say it, bro.
We got a comment from the audience.
Come on.
What
If they want responsibility in their own crap, they have to pay. They have to pay. There's no, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna do this. I mean, people are gonna do that, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you have to pay.
Investment.
But it's nothing wrong with them investing in
Not
it.
even just to pay. It's that your crap. You believe in your.
It's nothing wrong with them investing in it.
You have to pay.
It's nothing wrong with them investing in it, but you gotta understand some of these kids don't come from shit.
Yeah.
Some of these kids don't come from nothing. And the last thing that they want to invest in is some fucking music that might not get
that's
them
not
somewhere.
the last. No, that's the first thing. That's the first thing they're gonna invest in. Is their fucking music.
They should, but that's not how they think about it.
I've seen it.
All right.
You're right. So
He's right, they should, but that's not how they always think about
But
it.
here's the thing again, we're responsible again. Respect. So we're responsible for our culture and our community.
Yes.
So if they can't, we take care of them. We take
You
care
gotta
of them.
give back. You gotta
So here's
give
what we're gonna do.
back.
Alright, because we can go into this conversation. I love this right
For
here.
the entire night.
Shouts out to CY over here. He's passionate about this. Yeah, he's very passionate about this. It's my people. We gotta take pride in it. And that's the passion. Exactly. We gotta be passionate. We gotta be passionate with the culture and the community. We have to. We gotta be passionate with the community and the culture. That's our responsibility. Again, that's the reason why people say, "Oh, Frank, you do so much." Really, it's not. It's not nothing about me. It's all about for the culture. I'm for the culture. I'm for the culture, and I'm going to be sure that the culture is moving forward. As long as I'm alive, the culture has to go forward. Period. It's on my back. It's on my back. That's what I look at. It's on my back. And everyone around, I encourage you guys. It's on our backs together. We gotta take our community and our culture. We gotta push. The culture is what pushes the community ahead. So the community's down, it means the culture's down. So we change the culture in the community. I love coming to Giovanni Coffee House for a couple of reasons. Shout out to Ken. Because I feel empowered coming here, and then I'm like, okay, if I'm feeling low, I come here and just chill out. I feel empowered. I'm like, okay, sweet. I bring people here. I want them to come inside of this place so they can be empowered and encouraged to move forward as well. So we have a responsibility to be sure that we support the companies like this, but also we're supporting the ones that are around us and our community. If our community is not doing well, it is not anyone else's fault. We can't blame the politicians. We're going to have to blame ourselves. And the ball is our hand. It's the ball's in our hand.
We got to do the work. The 80s babies, what you said, 86, I'm 88. 84, 89, 88. She don't want to say her age, but it's up to us to be that chick, like you said. And I think what we're doing right here with FanSwap, we doing something right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Real quick, so we have quite a few albums that just came out. Shouts out to some of the old heads just came out with some albums. Yeah, Nas just came out with something, yo. Shout out to Nas. Nas is almost 50 years old, dropped a whole dope album.
You right.
Yo, who else dropped that?
We got Big Sean.
Big Sean.
Big Sean that was a vibe.
Yeah. Brandy dropped something?
Yes. Brandy's album is fire.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Fire.
Just so y'all know, I'm missing the Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle verse tonight because I want to be here with FanSwap, but I know Patti LaBelle is bringing it up and out.
We're not gonna do that. We talking about pies or we talking about hits?
I mean, it don't matter either way. Patti might be dropping something tomorrow. We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't.
I'm going for it.
It's good. All right, who else? Who else dropped the album? Who you listen to? Jaden Smith just dropped a new album.
Oh yeah, Jaden
Which
did
is
drop
mad
something.
different, mad weird, but that's all Jaden.
It's on the other side. It's on another plane.
Yeah, it's dope. I'm no disrespect to him. Jaden is Jaden. Like,
Yeah, that's what makes him who he is, cause he's not like everybody else. Who else dropped?
Yo, Usher just dropped a single. That John.
Usher dropped one.
He did.
He's trying to get back.
Okay, I might have to go listen to that. Anybody else drop them?
Yo, what you listen to? Is any Big Sean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was the album. I was waiting on that one, for real. I'm not gonna lie. That's the one that I needed. I don't think anyone else.
Fab dropped something too. All the old heads dropped something in the last 3 months. Fab did. Jada Kiss did.
Jada.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yes.
Kiss always got bombs.
Foxy dropped something too? I didn't know about that.
Foxy's about to drop a tape. She just did a
Foxy.
song with Nas, so now she said she's gonna drop a tape.
Oh, okay, that's good.
They wasn't ready for her to come back.
Come on, Foxy.
Shout out Foxy Brown though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
What was the last song?
Didn't Wayne just drop something? He just put out a visual for something. Wayne.
Yeah.
He did. I didn't listen to it. I saw a couple pictures, but I didn't listen. Anybody listen to it? No.
Look, man, I don't get too hype about Wayne.
No, I know, but I'm just saying he was talking about the
Drought
topic.
3, Drought 2, Dedication 2, Dedication 3, 2. Like, that's Wayne.
Did you listen to the last latest one that he put out?
He's going to say the same thing he said in the song before that. So, I'm just not, he's not going to teach me nothing.
Drake just dropped a single. Who else just dropped a single?
Drake's young.
Drake just
Entrepreneur.
dropped
What
a-
about Jay-Z? The Jay-Z joint?
Drake's fire.
Jay-Z and
Everything
Pharrell.
Drake does is fire.
Entrepreneur. That joint's fire.
Everything Drake does is fire.
Black man.
If anybody puts Lil Wayne higher than Drake on their top 5, we're not cool no more.
That's what's up.
Okay, relax. But Drake's visual that he just did,
With Justin Bieber?
phenomenal. Not that one, the one before it.
Nike
I saw the Justin Bieber one. That one was nice. Yes. The one he did with Lil Durk, that one was really, that one took the cake for me. I'm just saying.
Yo, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you guys to our artists. Can we go ahead and tell everybody we are on social media real quick so everybody can follow you? Anybody can mic?
Social media is at BFBANCO.
You just dropped something recently. Tell everybody what's up with that.
Oh, so I just dropped a song on Apple Music called Demon Season, which is what video I have coming out. And I dropped a video for a movie clip that's also on Apple Music, and Guapo that's on Apple Music.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up. And then we got Lee over here. He told us already, but go ahead and tell us everybody again really quick. Let me show everybody know we were sponsored tonight. We got Kendrick, she got her shirt on, I got my shirt on.
I got the exclusive.
And then I just wait for my chain, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Your chain, right? That's what's up, yo.
No, I got a tape coming out at the end of the month. I got a video dropping at the end of the month. I'm on all platforms. It's dropping on all platforms. Everywhere. At Escobar GPE. All day, every day. And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. That's what's up.
Now you know.
Alright.
Frank, how many followers you need tonight?
I need 5 followers. So if you guys
I need
don't have it, 6 organic. So you can follow me at Frank the Host. Better yet, do me a favor, guys. You guys follow Team FanSwap. And then follow everybody on this stage because all of us are dope.
Yeah.
And Zenny B knows how to cook. I just learned that the other day.
She do. She be throwing down. Y'all don't know, but
I know how to cook.
you know how to bake too.
Yeah. So
Frank needs 5 followers, but I need 6, so it's at Dip and Gold Diamonds. But follow Team FanSwap first, and you'll find all of us there.
At Team FanSwap.
Shouts out to
At
Ayana over here.
Team FanSwap.
Ayana, she's a special guest today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out, sis. You showed out today. Thank
I
you.
just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to FanSwap. No one told you, we want to tell you, we love you. We out.
We out.
Peace. Oh, by the way, we do have special performances. We got 2 special performances from these 2 right here. And I'm ready for it. Y'all ready for that? Make some noise. You're ready for the performance.
Let's go.
started this demon season. Y'all ready for that shit? Yeah. Whole lot of gang shit. I need to hear y'all. What? Pull up the motherfucking record, give me some practice to pull up the locks. I want some motherfucking Henny, your fifth and that you say, call me some yacht. Pull up around, baby, heavy, go talk some plugs to call me some box. You make my way around Congress and call me some more, but that's just to make pop. I'm in the trenches, trying to my juice, so tell that little baby to lots. These niggas all damn tight, walking down the clock, and a nigga come through your black. All my friends to the blues, you put it on you, she know I'm back in the back. Tell me to put it on, you know you took it because you can't buy shit. All of my brothers be talking about chemical love. They keep throwing to the gut. Niggas so running the stuff with the shit and I love it. But they gon' support what you hurt. Keeping the clock in the gut. That's a rich junkie, so you cannot trust me. I'm at the strength and told them I love them. If I'm not expecting you, bitches say fuck me. I need to hit me, but back in my soul. Damn, bitch. These niggas so damn out. Clock went off and the soul got shot. I'm with some killers when the soul they dump. I don't keep it, I keep it all one pop. I don't keep it still, I keep it all one pop. I'm with some killers when the soul they dump. Clock went off and the soul got shot. These niggas so damn caught. Clock went off and the soul got shot. Now I just sit to the whole damn something. Say a nigga beating on the soul got caught. Say a nigga beating on the soul got caught. Now I just sit to the whole damn something. Caught back and the soul got shot. Call me a motherfucking stealer, fuck me the bitch, keep on stealing. Daddy told me to the bands, they don't understand this hoe. Pussy don't call with the beats, it's only the answer, hoe. Junkies, they love me, they feel it, cause I got that people, they want that enhancer. Ready to go on the plane, stay back in your club, but that's what I live every day. All of my brothers gon' slide, hurt you don't know me, but that ain't gon' stop me from hating. Niggas be living the die, but they still in the trenches, so that ain't gon' stop me from running. I think I got him alive, thrown in the jungle, but bitch I survived. Went to the left when I knew what was right. These niggas so damn hot, clock went off and so got shot. I'm with some killers when they so damn die. I don't keep it stick, I keep it pole on pop, nigga. I don't keep it stick, I keep it pole on pop. Niggas so damn dumb, nigga. Cause I heard these bitches so damn caught. Glock come back and her soul got shot. Ride through the city through the whole damn slump. So that nigga didn't know his soul got pumped. We didn't know his soul got pumped. Ride come back and his soul got shot. Heard these niggas so damn caught. So damn caught. Welcome to demon season, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah. She asked me what am I doing, I told her business again. I just treat it like candy, fucking now and the lady. If the bands make a dance, I'll make a dance to the cake. And she started in Cali, I was smoking on Mountain. I was taking these trips, making flips out the valley. Let me trap in the crib, so I bought us some valleys. Her daddy called me a range, second choice was Sonata. Should've caught me in the Porsche, 911 is sport. Back in 2017, I was pleading in court. I got time and probation, I had a pistol report. I was blocking some niggas, I had to listen for sure. That they was driving them jets, and I was looking for more. I'm just counting my money, no, I don't listen to horse. Having dreams with a genie, man, I just lifted the doors. I've been making it ever since I was given the source. And the money is great, but it came with some hate. Yeah, it came with mistakes. I was cutting my grass, make sure I made no mistakes. I was down, I was bad, but still they made me a plate. But now I gotta make sure that my niggas is straight. Yeah, I get it how I get it, from the land of the apes. And if they like it, then I love it, let the niggas complain. I'm just tripping fly, I don't need a cable or plane. Love is crazy for the looks, and it keeping me sane. And the whip is wide body, so I even the lane. Fuckers be thinking, go off the deep end. My niggas need only a reason to stop you from breathing. No doubt no reason, no disrespect, never heard of ya. Yeah, I know your name, but the money never heard of ya. Yeah, you see me dripping, it's tsunami when I'm surfing up. Thinking about them times, all them dimes, they was curving us. Now they trying to get it like a waiter, how they serving us. And if it's deep shit, how you want your burger done? It's lit.